ain't lacking nothing. Didn't I hit that? Didn't I hit that?
We've had spotty showers since about 7 a.m. here in D.C., and the radar indicates it's going to continue, but nothing to stop football from happening at FedEx Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Washington football team. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
He's tackled.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
On second down, Eckler. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Minshew sets to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Back deep, Travis Benjamin. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10.
50-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle around twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. Roquan Smith, the Bears' leading tackler last season, makes the stop.
He was tackled.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now it's Hunt. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Brings up 3rd and 7.
So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look, 6 DBs. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
10 at the 29-yard line.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line.
Ball carrier.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
On the tackle.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. Here's Hunt. Down to the 25. They have 3 yards yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
A 1-yard gain brings up 3rd and 6.
56. Here we go. Mike 56. Mike 56. Hey, here we go.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He's got his man, Boyd. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
First down and goal to go.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
At the Bengals' 6-yard line.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They'll run. This is Hunt. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Kareem Hunt, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good.
Bengals, nothing.
Forbat to send it away now following the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Aaron Donald, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback because he had no chance to block him.
And this one's incomplete. Steven Sims, the intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
For Charlie Werner.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10.
Yard line.
They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Sliding, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Chris Jones has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Brings up
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. They run with Hunt. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
He was brought down at his 49-yard line. Brings up 3rd down.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Washington 7, Bengals nothing.
Washington on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be third and forever. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be fourth down. Washington going to send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. This is their third drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Hit it.
Here's Minshew. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A gain there of 21 yards.
A gain of 20.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people that have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
We got trips over here. Trips over here. That's overload.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Minshew. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So they were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now Minshew. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
Doyle.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
And a Bengal first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a toss running left, Eckler. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react. On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
From the 17, Minshew. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Minshew throwing on third down. Strong coverage by Washington. And now fourth down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on third down.
Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. From the left hash, this from 34. And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
After the made field goal, here's Sly to kick this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Washington takes over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Here's a toss right side for Hunt. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Vernon Hargrave.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Brings up second down at the 18-yard line.
Throwing on second and long. Rodgers. Now they go screen. It's complete. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a third down. Of course, he's coming off that NFC Offensive Player of the Week performance. 2 scores in that game a week ago.
And how did he get them? Speed is one thing, but how about the niftiness in his route running, able to cross people up in the secondary and make sure that they can't quite get to him before the ball arrives. He's something after the catch as well.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Looking deep for Hilton. And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play there for Washington on third down. 41 yards.
Able to hit on a big play right there in the 2-minute drill. And now they've got a chance to use all the remaining clock and build on their lead right before halftime.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on first and 10. They'll run it here with Hunt. And a short gain down to about the 33. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
A gain of a yard.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Ball at the 33, second and 9. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He'll get this one underneath to Hunt. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 21. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Rodgers now on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there the moment the ball gets to the receiver. And he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
Rodgers will try again on second down. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. And again, it's Rodgers. His pass caught at the 4. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
At the 3-yard line.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal.
Come, baby. Come, baby. Woo! To the 50. 54. Mike 54. Bound to lose one. Mike's by 4. Mike's by 4. Mike's by 4. Hey, what's that? Hey, what's the ball?
Rodgers to throw once more. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Down here in the red zone, you know your tight end's going to be a favorite target. Couldn't hang on.
And sometimes they just have to get out of their own head because they understand how tight windows are there and how many bodies are there. And sometimes they just overthink it and don't catch the ball.
54.
Rodgers now on third and goal. And that'll bring up fourth down as his Cincy defense stands up on third.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected fourth down here.
And Forbath will put this one through, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Looking to throw it. Minshew into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. Touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the lead is now 17-3. Jerick McKinnon now to return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer.
Look at me. Sit down.
They'll throw now on the final play. He'll air this one out deep for Sims. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. Fielded just outside the goal line. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. They run again with Hunt. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Kareem Hunt, the ball.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here we go, T. Here I come. Here I come. Mike 5-4. Let's go, one more.
Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. Throw left side complete. That's Boyd. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
10 at the 49-yard line.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
On 1st down, Hunt. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the 2nd half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Jet sweep, Boyd with it. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
I think the reason this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's in a full run by the time he gets the football.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Hunt. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves and start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. 6 yards left on 2nd down.
Check 50. Hey, you block over here.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Off to Thomas on the left side. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
14-yard line.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now a toss running left. Hunt. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
The ball carrier.
No gain on the play there. Second down.
The line of scrimmage.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal. Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for first and goal. They'll try to run with Hunt. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Kareem Hunt with touchdown number 15 on the year and second of the game. And Washington is able to stretch their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me, and they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock, too, with a drive like that, so you really give yourself an advantage.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
In the third quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Incomplete.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 40-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They had the double-digit lead at halftime, and they have continued to roll. They're hard to stop right now.
I think what we're seeing is an example of a team that has it figured out in this ball game. And whatever the adjustments are the defense has made, hasn't slowed them, hasn't phased them at all. They either anticipated them or they've been so far ahead that they just can't catch up.
Now it's just a search to add to the lead. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Hunt. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Right there.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Chidobe with a pick. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Ready, ready. 15, 1, 15, 1.
From the 39, Minshew on the screen. This is Eckler. And that play goes nowhere. He's met behind the line, and a penalty flag may add insult to injury. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just working the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. He'll drop to throw. That'll be caught. It's Steven Sims. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line, 25-yard line.
And a Bengal first down.
Let's go. 50, plant. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Throwing on first down is Minshew. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, Minshew to throw. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get 1 step. If you're within 1 step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that looks like an extra step was involved.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Brandon Ayuk, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. The Bengals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. It's Eckler again. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It's a 6-yard pickup. It's still a few chain links short, it appears, with 4th down coming up. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it with Eckler. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Austin Eckler, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly, and this one could be coming back. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Caught left side by Funchess. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 2nd and 10. With that last pass, he just went ahead of Warren Moon on the all-time NFL career passing yards list.
And that's Hall of Famer Warren Moon. A significant accomplishment to be able to pass that number. Somewhere Warren is saying, but what if they added my Canada yardage? Right? My time in the Canadian Football League, that's 21,000 more yards that could be added to Warren's total.
In the NFL, he had 49,325, and now you're looking at a man that is very close to 50,000. Washington on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. On the run, this is Hunt. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
44-yard line.
Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on 1st down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
At the 46-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
On 1st down, Hunt. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run again with Hunt. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. He's brought down at the 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
3rd and 5.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Boyd. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
35-yard line.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Right there. 54, right there.
Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
The ball carrier.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
The pickup of 3 brings up 2nd and 7 at the 32-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hunt. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds, and then the last second, oh no, I better get down. And he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe close to let this slip away.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
They'll run on 1st down. Hunt, and he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
Today's final.
Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly. Wise beyond his years. So for Washington, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they come back to the pack a bit as their record falls to 7-3. And they will be at home next week to take on the New York Giants. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.